family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Tyrese Gibson disappeared August the 22nd, 2020. He was last seen at his residence, picked up by a young lady named Brianna. 4 suspects have been arrested in the disappearance of Tyrese Gibson. The 4th suspect will be tried as an adult. Any information can help. If you know anything, please call Jacksonville Police Department 903-586-2549. If you see something, say something. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? Now you cannot go
baby,
again.
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, Poco Ranger in the building. Thank you for that, Poco Ranger. Nice to see you in the building. Rosie, come on in. Dirty Spirit is in there. Is that Dirty Sprite? That's Dirty Sprite. All right, I see the R in there. Yes, Dirty Sprite. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hey, you guys. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. You guys, we got to get a lot of things done today. So if I don't see your comment, that's probably because I'm just going to try to get some information out. First of all, is PS in the building? PS is in the building. So PS, please stay around so you can what do you want to do with your gifts that you got? We've got 2 more minutes before we get started because I said I'm going to start on time. PS, you want to hey Andrea, come on in. You want to pick, you want to call in and pick, or do you what do you want to do? Hey Shalana Phillips is in the building. Haven't seen you in a while. Come on in. Joyce is in here. All right. Joyce, thank you. Thank you guys for the super chat. We'll get these on in here. So we got Shalana, Shalon Phillips. I got 2 tickets for you. And then we got Joyce in here. Joyce Thomas. Joyce Thomas. Got it. I'm not good with spelling people's names. It'd be all right. It will be all right. I got your tickets right here. This right here will be Shalana's tickets right here. Thank you for the super chat. 590748. Both of those. And Joyce, I got your tickets right here. You got 4 tickets, 590747 and 590746. Thank you for both of those super chats. All right, thank you. Those will go into the drawing, and later on, PS, tell me what you want to do. We'll work it. We'll get onto it. It is now 5:00, you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. We're gonna start right on time. PS, you did win 2 gifts back here, so you need to tell me if you want the gifts. What do you want to do when you want to get them, or whatever. And I'm glad you came in. You guys, we're gonna talk about this update now. I don't know. Some of you guys might know what the update is. Thank you, Flames. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for the musical note. So we are going live on Pecosha. Also, our channel is about awareness and for the children. We are Warriors for Children, and we're going to always try to keep any story that we cover, we follow it till we get closure, the end, or if there's any updates, we come on here, we talk about it. I couldn't really go off into the promo and say what it was about, but you guys, there is an update on an old case. I'm going to share with you guys the audio and a video. So if you're over there on Pecosha and you want to see the audio and the video, come on over here on YouTube real quick, because I'm finished show it. I'm going to give it about 4 minutes. At 5:05, I'm going to start showing it, because I don't want to explain it and then, all right, thank you for the wishing stars, Andrea, thank you, and 500 support points we got for that. She's a 5K now. Cheryl C is in the building. I'm glad you're here, Cheryl C. This is right here is probably up your alley. So you guys, if you want to see it, thank you, Andrea Maxwell, for the shooting stars. And we got 500 support points. You guys, we just do what we need to do. All right. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Please let me know. Just put a 1 in the chat. Tina Power says, congratulations, PS. All right. Congratulations. PS won both times. I picked a number both times, you guys. That's how easy it to win. You win both times. Code says, wish we knew Cody. Okay. All right. You guys are ready. We're going to go ahead and get started. That's why I was telling you guys, don't come in here late and be like, did you already show it or tell it or whatever? Like, yeah, I did, because we do it on time. All right. We got +1 points. Thank you, Rosie. Rosie's a 1K fan. All right. Took you a long time to get that 1K, but you got it, Rosie. That's all right. Rosie. You good. You be showing up all the time. All right. You guys are ready. I see the ones in the chat. Let's go ahead and get it cracking lacking. I've got it right here. So let me pull it up. And you guys, we're going to talk about it. So here we go.
Tiana Parks for the murder of precious 2-year-old King Hill, who would have been celebrating his 3rd birthday later this month. Every senseless loss of life is tragic, but the loss of our most innocent and vulnerable is especially devastating. And the circumstances surrounding the loss of King Hill has left the entire community shaken. The arrest of Tiana Parks was the result of a collaborative effort between our homicide and special victims units, the District Attorney's Office, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
On July 8th at 8:30 p.m., a missing person report was taken at the operations room of the 24th Police District. This report was made by Mr. Marvin Reese, the stepfather of 2-year-old King Hill. Mr. Reese informed authorities that he had dropped off toddler Hill to a babysitter that he identified as Tiana Parks, approximately 2 weeks prior to him making the report. Mr. Reese further stated that he had spoken to Tiana Parks and that Miss Parks had told him that she had turned the toddler over to his mother, Amber Hill, who had been in the company of an unknown male who was armed with a gun, and this took place somewhere in the area of 31st and Montgomery on July 7th. According to Mr. Reese, he has known Tiana Parks for several years, and Parks oftentimes assists him in caring for the toddler. An intensive investigation into the whereabouts of King Hill was immediately initiated by the Philadelphia Police Department's Special Victims Unit. Other units within the police department also became involved, as well as the Pennsylvania State Police and various entities within the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
And we finally know what happened to 2-year-old King Hill, the toddler who disappeared in the summer of 2020 after a Philadelphia woman pleaded guilty today to voluntary manslaughter and abuse of corpse charges related to his death.
Tiana Parks admitted she was looking after 2-year-old King Hill and lied to police about dropping him off with his mother. Instead, prosecutors read an outline of what Parks says really happened. The 27-year-old said she was potty training Hill and he had an accident, so she got mad and began to shake him, eventually putting him into the bathtub. She admitted to then going outside while the toddler was in the water and smoking some drugs. When she returned, King was underwater. She said she tried to revive him with CPR, but it didn't work and Hill died. Prosecutors showed slides of Parks' cell phone searches, including what do raccoon eyes mean and how to treat a skull fracture. And they showed video of Parks with Hill lying on his shoulder. She brought him out to her car one morning and then going to a drugstore, and then video from the following day of her putting a heavy-looking red suitcase into her car, and pictures from the site where they believe Parks left the toddler's body in a trash bag by the side of the road with the rest of the residential street trash. Officials went looking in that area and found trash trucks had removed piles of bags, and eventually they were all burned. Parks was crying at times through the hearing and admitted to having a mental illness, along with voluntary manslaughter and abuse of corpse. She pleaded guilty to lying to police and endangering the welfare of a child.
Now, Parks is set to be sentenced in December, and she faces a maximum of more than 40 years in prison in connection with the death of King Hill.
Okay. So come on, you guys, tell me what's going on. Cole said, no, she didn't. Burn. Yes. So she went to court. I think it was the 28th. I got the information the 29th. You guys get it on the 30th. She went to court on the 28th, you guys, and she pleaded guilty to get a lesser charge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to make a deal. Some people don't like that, but I mean, hey, she's still looking at facing 40 years. She told the whole story. Even when you plead guilty, you have to tell them what happened. So that was in her words of what happened, you guys. So that just happened 2 days ago. And this is SP. Go right ahead.
I'm not going to be long. I am so upset. This hurts so bad. This hurts so bad, like a family member for real. I'm so upset. That's all I gotta say. This is bad. This is bad.
Well,
but thank you for the information. Oh my God, I'm at work pacing and everything.
Right. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, she's looking at 40 years or more.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Put her on the street. Put her in the middle of the street and let me know where she at. I'll do her.
Right.
That's how I feel. Put her in the middle of the street. Let me know where she at.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna do nothing to bring back what she did to that baby. That's sad.
Right.
That's just sad.
Right.
I'm gone. Let me go back in the chat, finish out my day.
All right. You guys, I told you it was not going to be good news. The good news, I want you guys to know the good news is, you know, state don't have to pay no more money. And someone say, I didn't do this and I didn't do that or whatever. And then keep going in trials and then having hearings to get off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So the good news is, you know, she finally told what happened. And, you know, now they can proceed with giving her her sentence. I think she was looking at maybe life or maybe even the death penalty, because they did have a lot of information, you guys. So I know if somebody came in and they were late, or do you need to hear it all again? Let me know. I'll play it again for you guys if you need me to. You know, tell me what you guys are thinking. Just joining in. What did she say she did to the baby? Did she tell where he's at? Yes. Sweet and salty. We just went over it. You missed it. So do we need to play it again? Nakia says, yes, please. But she is alive. She's better. Okay. Has she been in jail all this time? Yes, she has. She's been in jail. So we couldn't find her. The other day we couldn't find her, so people thought that she must be free. And I said, no, they had to move her. She must be free. And I was like, no, they had to move her. Well, now we see why we couldn't find her, because they probably done already sentenced her and moved her. You guys moved her. They should. Yes, please. I would like a back history. 6 cents. On July the 8th, there was a guy named Marv and a young lady named Amber. They shared in common interest of 2 children. One was his and one was not his. The oldest girl is his. Her name is Denver. And the youngest boy, his name was King Hill. It was not his, but he was told it was his. So Amber was having difficulty taking care of the children. So she gave King to Marv to take care of. Marv was supposed to be taking care of this kid. And so he had a friend named Tiani, that they worked together. She babysat for him. So she was actually taking care of the baby King. He said she was a good babysitter. She was teaching him how to talk. She was, teaching him everything. And so he didn't have a problem leaving the baby with the babysitter, Tiana Parks. Well, then when time to bring the baby back, she was having problems telling Marv that, something's not right. It was like, can I take the baby over here? Can I take the baby over there? We're all way over here. So then he called her and he was like, hey, take my baby to his mother, and she said, I've already took him to the mama. And so when she told him that she took the baby to the mother was like, I ain't got no baby. Guess what? Then they called the police. The police came. The mama was like, she ain't gave me my baby. She just want to keep my baby. And all of this happened. And that's how it all started. So some people was angry, thinking that she did give the baby back to the mom. Some people thinking Marv, the father, the stepfather, like a stepfather to the child, he was treating the child as the child was his own. So I think at the time he may not really knew the child was not his. Until all of this stuff happened, he found out that the child was not really his. He kind of believed it could have been or was or whatever. But nevertheless, thank you, Flames. Thank you. And so, the story went viral. I mean, we talked about it every day. You can go back in some of our videos and catch. We had a lot of interviews. We got to interview Marv. We got to interview his new wife. She was investigating the situation. People were looking for King. I mean, there was so much. Some people thought he was with his real father. Some people thought she hid him somewhere. She just wanted to keep the kids. So Tiana's family, like cousins and aunties and stuff, they had came into town and said that Tiana was with them, and they did see her drop off the kid and everything, and then they had to come back and say we were lying. We thought she was telling the truth, and they made it hard because they ain't seen her drop off no kid to Amber. But they were like, tell the truth, Amber, tell the truth, Amber. Well, Amber lived a different kind of lifestyle. It's kind of a hard, out there, and, young and, trying to make her money, doing things. So they basically just tore up her whole character, because she was on one of those friends only pages or something, whatever. And she, get high or whatever and everything. And so they basically made her look really bad. And she just, she went on the, I think it's on the Maury show or something, maybe Maury or Jerry Springer, one of the shows she went on, and her brother, and they took a lie detector test and they proved that they was not lying. And so, that's it in a nutshell, as I can tell it to you, without, swaying one way or another. But come to find out that it was the babysitter and nobody else but the babysitter. If you didn't hear it, I'll play it again because I don't want to repeat it. I'll play it again so everybody can hear it again, okay?
Tiana Parks for the murder of precious 2-year-old King Hill, who would have been celebrating his 3rd birthday later this month. Every senseless loss of life is tragic. But the loss of our most innocent and vulnerable is especially devastating. And the circumstances surrounding the loss of King Hill has left the entire community shaken. The arrest of Tiana Parks was the result of a collaborative effort between our homicide and special victims units, the District Attorney's Office, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
On July 8th at 8:30 p.m., a missing person report was taken at the operations room of the 24th Police District. This report was made by Mr. Marvin Reese, the stepfather of 2-year-old King Hill. Mr. Reese informed authorities that he had dropped off toddler Hill to a babysitter that he identified as Tiana Parks, approximately 2 weeks prior to him making the report. Mr. Reese further stated that he had spoken to Tiana Parks and that Miss Parks had told him that she had turned the toddler over to his mother, Amber Hill, who had been in the company of an unknown male who was armed with a gun, and this took place somewhere in the area of 31st and Montgomery on July 7th. According to Mr. Reese, he has known Tiana Parks for several years, and Parks oftentimes assists him in caring for the toddler. An intensive investigation into the whereabouts of King Hill was immediately initiated by the Philadelphia Police Department's Special Victims Unit. Other units within the police department also became involved, as well as the Pennsylvania State Police and various entities within the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
And we finally know what happened to 2-year-old King Hill, the toddler who disappeared in the summer of 2020 after a Philadelphia woman pleaded guilty today to voluntary manslaughter and abuse of corpse charges related to his death.
Tiana Parks admitted she was looking after 2-year-old King Hill and lied to police about dropping him off with his mother. Instead, prosecutors read an outline of what Parks says really happened. The 27-year-old said she was potty training Hill and he had an accident, so she got mad and began to shake him, eventually putting him into the bathtub. She admitted to then going outside while the toddler was in the water and smoking some drugs. When she returned, King was underwater. She said she tried to revive him with CPR, but it didn't work and Hill died. died. Prosecutors showed slides of Park's cell phone searches, including what do raccoon eyes mean and how to treat a skull fracture. And they showed video of Parks with Hill lying on his shoulder. She brought him out to her car one morning and then going to a drugstore, and then video from the following day of her putting a heavy-looking red suitcase into her car, and pictures from the site where they believe Parks left the toddler's body in a trash bag by the side of the road with the rest of the residential street trash. Officials went looking in that area and found trash trucks had removed piles of bags, and eventually they were all burned. Parks was crying at times through the hearing and admitted to having a mental illness, along with voluntary manslaughter and abuse of corpse. She pleaded guilty to lying to police and endangering the welfare of a child.
Now, Parks is set to be sentenced in December, and she faces a maximum of more than 40 years in prison in connection with the death of King Hill.
Okay. So, okay. Well, get me the names so I can look it up if you can't send it to me. So she went on the Steve Wilco show. That's right. Not Jerry Springer. I didn't know which show. I couldn't remember which one was, like Maury, Jerry Springer, but Steve Wilco show. Yeah. Her Amber and her brother Cody went on there, and they said that they were telling the truth. They didn't have nothing to do with King Hill's disappearance. They didn't know where King Hill was, and then people left him alone because a lot of people thought that they were guilty about something. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and they were hurt, but I mean that's just the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the world's gonna look at any and everybody. That I mean, I know I'm not trying to be mean about it, but when a child come up missing, everybody looks suspicious. You know what I'm saying? And until we get some answers, everybody looks suspicious, and people be like, "How dare you think of me this way?" or whatever. I get it. It's hurtful for people to think stuff like that or whatever. That's why I just said, some just wasn't right about Tiana's whole story. Some people blamed Marv and said he knew where the baby was and he just didn't want to give her baby and this, that, and the other. And some blamed the real biological dad. Katrina says she beat that baby to death. Oh, Soldier Girl says, yes, everyone is a suspect. Sixth Sense says, I disagree with King Hill's stepfather placing his child with an unsafe people. I'm old-fashioned like that. He's the child guardian. He failed too. Just your opinion. Okay. Tina Powell says, I'm sick to my stomach. Cheryl says, so did he drown? I guess that's what she was saying, that he was face down in the water. Everyone is a suspect, even Marvin. Exactly. Everyone's a suspect. Thank you, Flame, for not say freaking out. And Purple D, thank you for the heart. Yeah. I mean, the last time that we talked about this case, and I don't know if you guys know, but I told you, Amber had called me. And the first time she called me, she was like, she didn't want me to put Marvin's wife on the live. And I don't know, it's just, because Marvin's wife, Marv got married to a young lady. And so Tommy Torres, as her name is. And you know how women are, they're banging and everything. And then, child is missing. And, she was like, and they done got married. You know what I'm saying? It's like, So anyway, but when she called me and she was like, don't do it, it wasn't like she was asking like a request. She was basically demanding and saying, this is what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was some cussing going on and there was some, things going on. And so, I was like, okay, so we continue with the story and we talked about it again. Like I said, there was a lot of threats going on at that time and everything. So then when she called back again, she said, well, I thought we had this conversation. And I was like, I mean, you had the conversation, but you had it with yourself. I listened to you, but that, I'm a grown woman too. And she was like, she was a grown woman and everything. But the second conversation, it was very, very mature conversation and everything. And, I started feeling some kind of way. And so, um, you got to think, sometimes you got to think when a person has lost a loved one, especially a baby, you don't want to send them through no more, hurt and everything. We were just wanting to get whoever to talk about what they did or confessed or feel some kind of way or whatever and get some more information. And we still had hope to find the baby and everything. So, that was a priority. But that's when I had made the decision, okay, if we can't get that, then let's just wait it out and see what's happening, because it's getting dangerous. It's getting very dangerous. There was threats all over the place and everything. And it's no need for that. No need for neither one. Marv and his wife, they'd be going through all kind of stuff. And then Amber and her family going through all kind of stuff. So it's like, let's just calm it down. If, usually when you stop talking about a case, then a lot of the anger and the emotions go away. So, it de-escalate. So, that's what we had to do. And I said to everyone, I will only speak on this case if there was new information or updates. So that's why you haven't heard anything about it. But they had already arrested Tiana. And everything was looking like it was her from day one. You know what I'm saying? Candy says he was a little king. Now he is an angel. Rest in peace. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of that. Hopefully I can take a picture of that. Let me see. Uh-oh. No, I better not. Zan, would you take a picture of those names so we can look that up? It was getting very dangerous. I mean, there was just, and see, that's one thing that you have to really always pay attention to when it gets dangerous like that. Normally a person is telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're in their feelings like that and they're mad and they're angry, most of the time people are really mad and angry. They're mad and angry at themselves because, okay, no, she didn't do it or anything, or none of the family had anything to do with it. But you got to remember, things when they happen, I mean, you're supposed to have, when your kid, if you need a babysitter or something, grandma, uncles, aunties, cousins, relatives, next door neighbors, people that or something, and then and that you really, 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 really know. So when that falls, when nobody's watching the kids, she probably felt, Marv, care a lot about, King. So, and he, he's got a good job or whatever. Let me just let him have him. And so you never know who you done gave your kid to. I mean, it could have happened to any of us. How many times I've had my kids at a babysitter where I found out that she was doing something bad to my kids. She was feeding them outside the door and was locking them in the room. They couldn't go out and play, couldn't go to the bathroom or anything. I was like, my kids finally told me, girl, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. And she would get paid. Who's watching your kids? So even though that this was a friend of mine, it could have happened to any of us anytime we took our kids to the babysitter. By law, children don't have any rights. They're chattels. I don't know what a chattel is. Chattels. So, okay, thank you. Thank you, woke to God. So anyway, we, sometimes the social media does beat up the family, but in all looks of the whole situation, I think people just want the truth. They want to know if they, they seen something, where to look. They really, really is trying to get chattel means property. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. The property of their parents or legal guardians. And yes, I went to jail over my grandbaby. She said, yes, I went to jail over my grandbaby. Chattels are like slaves that belong to the state. Oh, okay. So anyway, you guys, I'm hoping I didn't let you down. I know anybody in here already knew what had happened. Please put a 1 in the chat if you already knew about this, because I haven't been seeing it on any news stations or anything, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? So just to find the receipt was very, very hard. And if it was very hard for me to find the receipt, I knew people just wasn't getting this full information. Pearls of Wisdom said, I knew. Okay. Did you have the receipt or did you just hear about it? Did you already have the receipt? Tamara Williams said, I knew. Okay, Tamara. So, this is very tragic. I know it's not. Baby said it was hitting her in her head. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, and that's what you went to jail for? She said, I heard. Okay, you heard. Okay, cool. Yeah, when my baby was little, they didn't have nanny cameras, but I put tape recorder in room and I caught the babysitter cussing my daughter. Wow. Wow. Woke the guy said, I'm next to Philly and I didn't know. Wow. No, and I'm right here in Philly, Miss Philly G. Yeah. That was a wrong move on that baby's behalf. Yeah. Okay. Loving God said, yes, you're right, SP. I was thinking that she had did it too. I also was thinking that she beat him as well. Yeah, I think it wasn't just a shaking. I think she just didn't. She talked to attorney and they probably was like, well, hey, tell him that you did some CBR because you were trying to, render him some help, because if you don't say you were trying to render help, that's another charge. So, she talked to an attorney before. Now, here's the thing. She's going back to court in December, and she's looking at 40 years. Normally for a woman, though, they be a little bit more, gentle with a woman. And then she's saying that like it was a mistake and she's never really had a record and all this other stuff. Now, she's looking at 40. I don't know, you guys. We got a lot of stuff coming up in October, and we got some stuff coming up in November too. We've got the Braylon Noble case, we got the Cody case, and we got this case, and then we got the Malia Bass. They're getting ready to sentence them. Shaking baby cause the brain swelling. Right. I have a story I like you to look at, please, SP. It's terrible. Am I allowed to name it in the chat, please? Yeah, you can. Remember that it was blood found in her apartment. I remember there was blood found in her apartment. Was he too old for shaking baby syndrome? You're never too old, but there, I think there was blood found in her apartment, though. You're right, Andrea. Cases for everybody. Attorney told her to say that. Yeah. I believe, before she just came out with it, they had to get a running touchdown. Thank you, Andrea, for the touchdown. Come on through then. What about the California City Boys? Any news on that? No. But sometimes, I think the last time we heard anything about the California City Boys, it was somebody was talking and telling, trying to make a deal. And then not only that, the young man, Jacqueline's husband, whatever his name is, I can't remember his name for nothing for right now. Got something else on my mind. He was being violated in jail and he wanted to commit suicide. And so he stood up in front of the whole jail, in front of the camera, and was like, if you guys don't get me out of here, if you guys don't protect me, I'm going to take myself out. And because these people are, sticking it to me every night. And Terrell, yeah, Trezell. And so they were looking at moving him because, he's, they know him as, harm these kids. And they said that this has been happening to him since day one. West Boyd case readiness hearing 10/14, trial set to start 10/24. Okay, thank you, Jennifer Nobles. Okay, SP, remember the police said that they had some can of pictures or something? Yeah, I think the pictures that they had is they seen her carrying him out the house, and then, they seen her at the car wash, and she sat somewhere in the park for a long time. You know what I'm saying? She sat there in the park for a long time. Maybe she was looking at the trash man picking up the trash, I heard Jacqueline turning on Trezell. That's what Gail says. Trezell, yes. Let him stay there. Okay. Well, they're going to move him somewhere else, but and they probably won't put on his record what he did or why he's there or something. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows? He needs everything that's going on to him. Oh, exactly. Trezell. Mm-hmm. And you got to remember on the Amari case, you guys, I don't know if you remember Amari in the Las Vegas area. That case has got to be coming up too. So we need to check on that case and see what's going on with the Amari case. And you guys do know that on the Breonna case, Breonna Williams with the Taylor Williams, she pleaded guilty, but she's going to court. She's going, well, she pleaded guilty, and so she got a life sentence. They've already sentenced her, and she will be doing life in prison. SP, do you remember it was a video also on Tiana's phone? Yeah, I think the video on her phone, I don't know. I think you're right. There was a video, and they said like she filmed it or she recorded a lot of things. See, in one of those recordings, and my phone just went dead, but on one of those videos, you could see King Hill in one of those videos. You guys didn't know it, but King Hill was in one of those videos that we showed you guys. I mean, he was hiding and you could see him and everything. So I was like, yeah. And if I can get my phone, I'm going to try to get my phone open and transfer some of those videos and stuff. And I'll show you guys where, I was like, yeah, there he is right there. And, he was playing with her. He was playing, he was playing with her hiding. But yeah. See, some of these stories like King Hill, Cody, Amari, Malia Bass, Malia Davis, Cupcake, Taylor, Cash Garner, Tyrese Gibson, a lot of this stuff you just, it just don't, none of them have a good outcome. You know what I'm saying? So, but we just try to keep it, classic and sincere, or I would say classic. Yeah, classic and sincere. That's their name, the original birth name, classic and sincere. It's just so many. It's so many. It just is not stopping. And one thing about it, I want you guys to know, and I'm just saying this for me. When we started talking about these kids, I didn't know it was going to be another one and 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 another. I didn't know it was just going to be boom, 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 boom. Every day I could look at, and then there's a kid. There's a kid missing. There's a kid being tortured. There's this kid put in the wash machine. There's this kid being burnt. There's this kid, just left walking in the street or whatever. I didn't know people was not taking care of their children. So if nothing else, people are getting awareness that, this is happening. Somebody told me this, and it's almost time for us to get off of here. Somebody said that these cases is not going to stop because Jelani Day, is because now people are getting away with doing stuff to their children, that there's going to be a lot of copycats. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you. And please don't forget, Corey Bigsby goes back to court on October the 13th. Okay. I don't believe the children. Let me read what you're saying here. We got a little bit of time. I'm trying to read you guys' thing. I don't believe children should be treated as property. Okay. Exactly. Or the little boy in the suitcase. Exactly. And please don't forget, yeah. Awareness and compassion will save children. No new information. No. There's no new information on Luciani. No new info. Oh, only information on Luciani. The family is having, let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, the person that was in the bag, remember there was a bag, somebody mentioned there was a bag that was found in the river. Well, it was a older adult lady in the bag, I guess. It was not the child. So let's make sure everybody know that information was not confirmed. So now we know it was not the baby. It was a woman in the bag. Not only that, the family is having a, let me see. Let me see if I can find what they're having. Well, I can't find it. Okay, it might be this. If it's not, it's not. The family is planning on having a celebration for Lucian Ani on his 5th birthday, Wednesday. So this coming Wednesday, you guys, they're going to be celebrating his birthday, and the community members are invited to support. They're invited to support the family, help in the search, or hand out flyers. That will be at the Hubbard Park Wednesday. Okay. Look for more details in Sunday's paper or on the family's Facebook page. P.S. got some super chats going on. Okay, you guys, that's it that I had to share. Any new news on the Malia Davis case? Nope. No news on that, Lexi. None at all. We got P.S. Okay, P.S. for Warriors for Children. All right. P.S. You want all of these tickets, and what do you want to pick out here? And whatever you pick 2 things. You want to call me? You can call me, or you can text it. You can stay in the chat if you want. And thank you for the super chat. Here's your numbers right here. 590-745, 590-744. P.S. Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, PS. SP, did you see the news that Six said? What did Six say? Let me see. Let me go up. She's like a Jennifer Nobles and Sanja Taylor Littleton story. Okay, I'll write it down. Taylor Littleton. Okay. We'll look it up. We will look it up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bev. Thank you. Okay. Let me see what PS is saying. All these babies been coming up missing right before their birthday. Yeah, I noticed that, Sugar Bear. She said, thank you for all your love. Yes, the Article Fox True Crime Channel. He did an interview with Heather. Oh, wow. Andres, the countdown. Oh, thank you, Purple D, for the musical note. And Lexi, Paul Pat, thank you for the musical notes. You guys are the greatest. You guys are the greatest. I'm trying to. Okay, Taylor. I got Taylor down. I got it down. P.S. What you gonna? You want me to just keep that right there? What do you want to pick out over here? And we'll send it to you. Do you want to call? What do you want to do? It's 5:44. It was pretty good. The cake was. Get some rest at Jacqueline. Okay. I don't know, P.S. Where you at? If you need to call, let me put the number up if you need to call. She probably is like, I don't remember the number. I'll put the number up. So, Jennifer Nobles, SP, can you find info on it? Okay. Taylor Littlejohn case, I want to spread awareness for these babies in foster care systems. She said there's 3 of them, and mom, Heather, is beside herself with no help. Wow, really? Really? We'll take a look at it. We will take a look at it. I wrote down the name, and we'll look into it. We will. Let me put your name in here. Jennifer Nobles. We will definitely get into it. Hopefully we can find a lot of information or whatever. Is the mother speaking to anybody? Do anybody know? Or any family members speaking to anybody? Devil food cake, white whipped cream frosting mixed with fluff and covered in graham cracker crumbs. Okay. It's easy for people to watch the video to get the actual story than for me to try explain it. Okay. I will have to get the update on Corey's court on the 13th. My birthday, I will be in Texas at the doctor's office. Okay. No, I don't need anything. Give it to someone who needs it. Okay. We got 4. You said, oh, you, P.S., but do you want to pick out what they can, do you want to pick out what to give them? Or do you want them to pick? You want me to pick 2 other names and see who gets it? I could pick out 2 other names and that's from you, and then they can pick. How about that? That's what we'll do. Well, that's what 6 Cents said. I'm following her chat. Okay. I'll pick out 2 other names. How about that? Here's one. Lisa T. And Judy. Lisa T and Judy. Lisa T and Judy. Lisa T and Judy. Lisa T and Judy. All right, you guys. Anything else? T-Star said, I'll take it. Shake it up. I tried to shake it up. I probably needed to shake it up better, but I mean, I want the lasagna pan, please. Okay, Lisa T said the lasagna pan. All right, got one lasagna pen gone. You know I'm gonna take one of them lasagna pens too, because I don't think I have one. And there's 3 little. Let me tell you what it look. Look at this. Look at this. This thing, it says it's non-stick, strong and endurable, oven safe, and it's got a custom. I need to open it up and see what this sucker even look like. So you can see what, oh my God. Okay. Okay. So, so I guess that's the spatula that goes in there. And then the 3, and then, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. I was gonna keep one of these. So we got one more left. I was gonna keep one because I don't have one. I need to keep me one. She said, I'm a good cook, SP. I'm a good cook. Yeah, it is nice, ain't it? I want the blender. Bev says, I want the blender. Judy's on the phone. Hey, Judy, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Congratulations. What would you like to pick out?
I don't know what you got. I'm sorry.
Okay, we got a 42-piece silverware set. We got salt and pepper. You know the grinder salt and peppers that you can grind or whatever. I mean, if you look at the screen, I'll show you the grinders right here. And then we got some emerald. One of these is gone, but we got some emerald. You know the thing that you cut on. What you call the cutting board. And then you got easy this bacon set right here. You got 5 pieces in there. You know, you got the muffin pan and cupcake pan and all this other stuff and cookie sheets and stuff. And then you got this Parma bakeware right here. And I guess that's made out of that really good stuff. You got an 8-piece cookware set in the back right there. And it looked like they got the glass tops to them with the copper hand.
Okay, I'll just do the copper pans.
Okay, got you. You know what? That was probably the best one. You was like, girl, give me I'm finna do some cooking. Okay, the pans. Okay, got you. This is all right. Make sure I got your information because my other phone went down. So make sure you send it. Okay.
All right,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations to the other person too that just won something.
Yeah, Lisa T. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, you go. Yes, we're going to congratulations to both winners. Even though Lisa T is over here on the other channel, she is helping support everything that we're doing, is getting awareness out there. We're going to follow this case. We're going to look up this case. And so I know Monday we're going to be talking about this other case that a guy gave me on Pecosha, you guys. But I'm hoping everybody have a good weekend. And you know, if you can, just stay out of trouble and everything. Everything is going to come to an end, you guys. It's just going to have to, you know, whether we like it or not. Just keep your head up. You know, it don't have to be what you think it is, you know. It just don't have to. All right. Congratulations to everyone. I will see everybody Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time. We'll have your face in the place. We're going to do it again. And whoever shared this live as you came in, before I put the stop on there, every last one of you guys are getting a ticket, but you have to wait after the 3rd one. But your ticket will be available after our 3rd giveaway. And we got 2 more giveaways for the people that has sponsored this channel going in and going out. So congratulations to everybody, and everybody have a good night. All righty. Be good and be safe. Bye.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah.